There have been new developments before the hearing, and with the best interests of everyone, including student athletes and the university community in mind, I have suspended Mel Tucker without pay as an additional interim measure.
Thanks for tuning in to Sports Overtime. As we have been telling you throughout the newscast tonight, Michigan State's football coach Mel Tucker has been suspended by MSU Athletic Director Alan Haller with the support of the university's leadership. This comes less than a day after reports from ESPN and USA Today stated Tucker has been accused of sexual harassment. Haller spoke with the media this evening and said he was made aware of the allegations in December and added the investigation is still ongoing, with MSU's final conclusion of the investigation expected to come after a formal hearing which begins on October 5th. Tucker is being accused by Brenda Tracy for having unwanted phone sex, and while Tucker did admit to the phone sex, he stated it was all consensual according to the USA Today report. While it's unknown right now if it was consensual or not, an investigative report was submitted to MSU on July 25th, and one of the three questions Haller was asked during his press conference today was if there was any thought of suspending Tucker when they got the report in July.
For me, Graham, it was, working and waiting on the university as it relates to their investigative process and making sure that they were allowed to complete their investigation. And so, although the investigation was complete on the 25th, there's still ongoing processes that still need to be played out.
And as we shared earlier in the show, longtime secondary coach Harlan Barnett will serve as the team's interim head coach. Barnett played at MSU from 1986 to 1989 and has been on the team's coaching staff for 15 seasons. He was a part of Mark Dantonio's first year at MSU in 2007, then left in 2018 to become the defensive coordinator at Florida State, before coming back to East Lansing to be the Spartans' secondary coach once more when Tucker was hired in 2020. And speaking of Dantonio, according to Haller, he will be returning to the team as an associate head coach. Haller reached out to Dantonio this morning to ask if this was something he would be interested in doing, and Dantonio said, quote, "Alan, whatever you need, I'm here to help." Dantonio stepped down as MSU's coach in February of 2020, and there are still players on the current roster who were recruited by him, such as starting quarterback Noah Kim and wide receiver Trey Mosley.
Coach D will probably be back at some point tomorrow. If not tomorrow, definitely on Tuesday. We're still trying to figure out his role, but he definitely will wear a headset either on the sidelines and up in the booth, and he'll offer his knowledge of his coaching career. So I think he'll be a tremendous asset for our student athletes and our staff, and the student athletes were fired up when I mentioned that to them.